Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius October 13, 2022. You might put more effort into a creative project or romantic relationship, showing your commitment today. It's a good time for self-discipline involving a hobby or creative work. You are a little more humble about life lessons now, which gives you more maturity and better judgment for handling problems or taking control of critical areas of your life. The Sun in your sign harmonizes with Saturn today, making it a fine time to get your life in order in some manner. Even with some uncertainties around you, simple activities, such as exercising or decluttering, help you see and think more clearly. A 5-star day for romance and commitment is upon you. As the sizzling sun soars through your solar first house of identity, your zodiac sign, he will send a flare over to mighty Saturn, the great taskmaster planet, now orbiting in your solar 5th house of true love, romance, and dating. If single, you may meet someone who is quite mature and has their life together, as well as fulfills levels of passion for you. You may also realize you're falling in love with someone for the long haul. If committed, you could use this energy to recommit to one another as well as make a long-term promise the two of you can build upon forever. Align yourself with your current passions. As the Sun in your sign trines Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, you may need to work on being okay with experimenting with your style of self-expression through your line of work. Saturn retrograde is open to revising your passion projects or playing around with the expression of your talents. Since the ambitious solar energy is strengthening your ambitions, you might feel more connected with different mediums or ideas. Use this airy trine to explore your opportunities and then commit when it feels right. As the moon makes its monthly visit to your financial sector, it crosses the lunar nodes, something that can give you a window into both sides of the financial fence. With your financial instincts sharp and feeling more emotionally and intuitively engaged, the interplay between money coming in and money going out is more obvious as you near an important point in the year on both sides of the financial fence. There is a lot of stress in the air, and it is the wise person who takes it upon himself to unwind and get back to reality after a lot of interaction with others. After a lot of excessive communicating, you need to find the sound of your own voice again. Remember? It's the voice that instructs you gently through your health practices. Eat this, don't eat that, wake up now to get some exercise in before work so that you don't get into personal conflicts while at work. You will tend to change directions in your life and find a new balance after a long period of failures and difficulties. It is with your family and friends that you will feel most in harmony, and everyone will advise you to start working on your inner life so that you can see some light at the end of the tunnel. This inner search may be slow and laborious, but this is the price that you have to pay to get some harmony back into your life, most notably in your relationships. Everything will irritate you and generate conflicts. Where has your legendary humor gone? As the moon makes its monthly visit to your financial sector, it is a given that it will fuel your financial instincts and imagination, but also that it will cross the lunar nodes. This will give you a window into both sides of the financial fence, but especially into the interplay between money coming in and money going out. With the Sun and Venus returning to begin the first planetary activity on the income side of the financial fence at the end of next week, the timing couldn't be better. The moon's departure from your relationship sector yesterday brought the full moon this had created to an end, but there could still be some tension between your personal and relationship needs. This time it is coming from a clash between Mercury and Jupiter, but with the planet of communication in his first full day back in Libra, he will be using this as a chance to get the communication lines open. Our eyes in the sky. There is a purification process unfolding in the skies. Don't let anyone dim your light, even as the tougher planetary connections are pulling at you and trying to make you feel self-conscious. Yes, there is a continuation with Uranus and the Libra Sun, which share a minor frustration that seems as though it's tugging at your soul. The collective is now met with another aspect, with the Sun's position in balancing Libra and Saturn in Aquarius harmonizing the energy. These aspects are meant to change society, but it isn't going to happen overnight. It will help you gain insight into your life from a very spiritual level. You can't control what's happening on a larger scale. Internally, that's where the greatest change is going to occur. You can support your friends and family through these times and even take to the streets in the name of social justice. Libra is the sign of the law, and Saturn in Aquarius dictates policies. Think of this as a cosmic alliance that requires in-depth diplomacy on all levels. The scales only tip when one side isn't doing its job from a place of truth. What do you see that needs changing? Luckily, the energy encourages you to tell it like it is to anyone who will listen and shout it to anyone who isn't paying attention. Be open to those you trust who have more life experience, because they're serving as your guide through these eye-opening transits, especially when Mars in Gemini squares Neptune in Pisces in the evening. There can be an obsessive-compulsive element to this day as well. Perfectionist tendencies are very possible. Be careful to check your thoughts and make sure that you aren't being too hard on yourself. Aspects are slowing down your ability to earn the kind of money you may have become used to and asking you to become more responsible about how you spend your cash. Establish limits so you can save for retirement or other goals. Your house of creativity, family, and fun are affected. If you're having trouble getting motivated, just think about how what you do now will benefit your family in the future. In the morning, Venus in Libra squares off with Pallas, the goddess asteroid of strategy, in Cancer, creating a disconnect between how we give and receive love. The square stimulates conflict, so we recognize how our romantic conduct is working against us. Indeed, we might have been using Cancerian care and support as a strategy for entrapping lovers. In all likelihood, manipulation techniques were not entered into consciously. We simply assumed that the best way to get others to like us was to make ourselves as accommodating as possible. Yet now, we see that relationships formed using coercive means are not healthy. The whole game may fall apart, forcing us to come clean to partners and work towards achieving union more healthily. The cosmic weather is then quiet until the evening, when the Libra Sun trines Saturn in Aquarius, helping us to achieve our goals. Our past labor bears fruit, and we are provided with recognition for reaching a personal milestone. Structures have been put in place which facilitate our success. Therefore, we work less hard and see greater returns. Those with less experience can benefit from our guidance at this time. We might even use this influence to train someone to manage less rigorous duties as we rise into a position of authority and take on more responsibility.